Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Medium Kim here. And we're talking about past life bleed through. What is it and how can we heal it? The reason I'm wanting to talk about this is because I'm seeing it more. I am noticing with in during readings and also during the healing hour and in my classes that I'm teaching. I'm teaching one on past life right now. Well, one, I noticed that we can access past lives easier, and sometimes past lives just show up spontaneously, sometimes with intention, and sometimes it's not always the most positive ones that are showing up. Sometimes it's a shadow side of ourselves. Remember, past lives are really all at the same time as now from our soul perspective. Our human perspective on this 3D, it is linear. But from the soul's perspective, it's all happening now. So if you can imagine that somehow, but from that soul perspective, it's like since we are integrating more into our soul as we are ascending, we're becoming more soul conscious, more 5D conscious, more Christ conscious. And as we do that, we have access to greater knowledge about ourselves. Now, sometimes um, the past lives may show up almost, I've seen it a few times where it's been more like even a ghost kind of following you around, or it could be just a memory, not like a ghost following you around, but more just like, oh, it's just showing up right now. And how do we know if it's a past life memory versus our imagination? Well, our imagination will be you might have just seen a movie or read a book, and then you might maybe have remnants of those scenes. Okay, that would just be imagination. Every vision or every thought, it doesn't mean it's a past life. But when it's something that's usually persistent, sometimes it shows up in dreams, especially children, right? You see children dream about past lives a lot. I have a friend, Jim, his name is Jim, and until age seven-ish, he dreamed he was, I think it was World War II. And he knew he was in the battlefield and he knew his friends had died. And I think he outlived them. I'm not sure how long or, the whole story. But that was a constant, it was a frequent um, remembrance for him in a dream. I mean, I would say almost like nightly. So how do we change this? How do we heal it? So as far as a dream, you can, or any memory, we can, there's a few things when we can do. One, of course, you can use talk therapy, you can use writing, you can use energy work to change the pattern. Energy work I love. I think it might be more effective than talk therapy because everything is energy. And when we are noticing something in our past that needs to be changed, we can, first of all, we maybe even tap it down, right? When you're involved in it, tap it down, and then put in a new thought and tap that down. Tap the new thought in, the better version of that, the better outcome. Let's just say you were a bank robber in a past life, and now you're gonna tap that down, how hard that might have been for many people, and then now you're gonna change it to where you're giving money. You know, okay, so you're gonna tap that in. Whenever you have anything positive, tapping these points right here these are like tapping in joy. When somebody's singing happy birthday, tap it in. Anything joyful, tap that in. So that's one thing. Another thing that you could do is when you've got that memory or that past life, and you can imagine a treasure box. I like to use the color green, a green treasure box, because that reminds me of Archangel Raphael. You put it in there and you let Archangel Raphael take it off to be healed. You can also imagine a tunnel near you, a tube of light, a tunnel, either side of you or even below you. And you put that memory, you might wrap it up, and then you put it in that tunnel and send it up or down. That's another thing. I mean, I'm sure it's many things you could do. You could have past life regression therapy. You could do that. And I think even just noticing that that's a past life can help us heal it. And the reason it's coming up now, I believe, is because as we become more soul conscious, things are bubbling in easier. We're becoming more psychic. Everybody, I think everybody's becoming more psychic. And tell me if you're not. I would like to hear the ones who aren't, because I do think everybody is. Just for instance, I think I said this on a video last week. I was meditating, and all of a sudden I had all these visions of mermaids. And I just thought, oh, I've got to get my mermaids out. Oh, mermaid, mermaid, mermaid. I thought, oh, I'm just thinking about Mount Shasta. But actually, what it was, in the town I live in, San Marcos, Texas, there was a mermaid festival that day. This town is known for, they do a yearly mermaid festival. They have lots of mermaid statues in town too. But I don't think about that. It's not like it just pops in my mind. And I've never even been to the mermaid, and I didn't know it was happening that day. So that, and then like even a few days ago, I noticed my neighbors were outside their yard, and I think it looked like he was giving her a hug to say goodbye. It looks like maybe she's going to go to work or something. And then it just came to my mind, oh, they're retiring. I don't know, I just thought, oh, they're retiring. Then the next day they put their house on the market, and I found out they are retiring and moving. So, I mean, I just think this is happening to everybody. And how do we know it's imagination versus our intuition? One, if it's kind of spontaneous, you might notice it, but it's good to get feedback. So if you think something, how are you going to know if it's right? Okay, this is how you gain confidence in your intuition. You work with a friend, work in a circle, practice on your own, doing some sort of intuitive games and skill building, and then develop it that way and see how if you're getting it right or not. I think it's fun here on the YouTube channels to listen to the political psychics, and as they are getting their information, and that's what I used to do, and I'd say, yep, yep, or I would get it before them, and uh, you know, that's another way you can practice too, just with the people on the channel. Let's see if there's anything else about that. But I just think it's big, and it can be scary that this is a thing. It can be scary, and you're not going crazy. A lot of people are having past life remembrances, past life bleed through. Some people are born this way. There's a few people, especially the children, right? A few people are very well, aware of their past lives, but most people are not. And thank goodness, because if we were aware of all of our past lives, it would be overwhelming. If you think of all the different planets we've been on and how many times on Earth is a minimum versus Venus or Sirius or Andromeda. I mean, it goes on and on. We are we are with source of no beginning and no end. So we've been everywhere. We are everywhere. We know everything already. Our soul knows everything, comes down here on earth to experience. Experience is different than knowing, right? You can read a book about, let's say you can read a book about nursing, say, but when you actually do it, it's different, you know? Okay, I think that's all for right now. I will be holding uh, Healing Hour Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific. Thursday, I'm going to have um, angel readings. And then Melina, she's going to come with me. I'm not sure yet what day. We're having to move the date. But anyway, I'll keep you posted. And I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. And and my next video I want to do, I want to look at Pope Leo. I'm just intrigued. I just really want to look at just anything I can. I won't get so many chills. Just anything I can about him. Like, what is he thinking? What are his plans? What is he like in the mind? What's he like in the heart? So we can tune in together psychically and tune into Pope Leo. All right, you guys, much love, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody.